Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have a new camera, so I do apologize in advance if I happen to look up at the viewfinder. I have to remember that that's not where it's filming from, it's just to see if I'm in frame. If you do like these sort of videos, which doesn't include talking about cameras, it includes mostly luxury hauls, luxury unboxings and reviews of luxury bags, all that jazz, then please hit that subscribe button below. I would greatly appreciate it. Today's video is different to what I have sort of uploaded, I guess, because it is an unboxing, but it's an unboxing of Hermes. And as you can see by the title of the video, it's to do with scoring my second store-bought Hermes dream bag. So I have bought other Hermes bags in store that weren't Birkin Kelly Constance, but this video is about a dream bag unboxing, because we all know that anyone who loves the brand Hermes and buys the products that they love, ultimately they also want the dream bags, which are the Birkin Kelly and Constance. Perhaps, you know, there's a flip side to that, and there are people that actually love the brand and just love the silks and all that sort of thing, but most people, when it comes to Hermes, they feel that that they have to also have a bag as well, like the elite bags from them too. So they buy the products that they love. Well, let's hope that people that do buy Hermes bags still buy products that they love and not just buying it for the sake of getting the bag. But anyways, they buy the products that they love and they still want, ultimately they want a bag at the end of the day, too. But as we all know, it doesn't really work that way unless you go to countries where it is sort of just a tourist market and you can just kind of buy lots of things to get a bag. Most local boutiques, it is a case of buying things that you love and then waiting. So my face is because my wait was a long wait. I'm going to try not to ramble, and perhaps I will talk a bit more at the end, because maybe you guys want to sort of switch off after I've done all the unboxings and not want to hear the rest of my story. But towards, after I've done all the unboxings, I am going to talk a bit about my Hermes story and my journey that I've had shopping at the boutique. Okay, so let's get into the unboxing. Alright, so everything is in this big ginormous white bag, which doesn't even fit in the frame. I opted to get that because I know there was an expensive bag in there, and I really didn't want to carry around an orange bag with an expensive orange box with a not orange bag in there, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I opted for the white bag, which is I was hoping that she would actually give me the orange shopping bag as well, but she didn't, because the last time I did get a store bag, I came with the orange shopping bag inside the white bag, but it doesn't matter, that's alright, I have orange shopping bags. I'm not going to get to the bag unboxing yet. I'm going to show you the small things first, so I do apologize to anyone that is thinking, why don't you just show us the bag first, but I just want to keep you hanging, you know. Okay, first little things. I got some samples of their perfume. My sales associate, which is actually my new sales associate, but I'll get into that later. She gave me these. I already gave one of the Twilly samples to my mum. And she also gave me the Chinese New Year's pocket. So I believe it's the year of, is it the year of the pig? God, if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. I don't really follow Chinese New Year very well. It's usually not until like I start seeing like all the things themed Chinese New Year that I start to realize what is the Chinese New Year. Inside, this is actually the first time I've ever got the Chinese New Year stuff from Hermes. I thought I'll get it because I do the lucky bags, like with the coin in it, and do give it to my family. I do celebrate that. I just am ignorant to what year of the animal we are up to. So you kind of get these ribbons inside to tie up the bags, and inside are the lucky bags. So these are really cute. Okay, moving along to my next item. Inside here is, you can probably see it's shoes. Like, the shape of the box gives it away. I don't know if there's anything else that would come in this kind of shape of box, which is the shape of a shoe box, universally. Inside that box was these Rivage. They are the Rivage sandals. They are in a TPU, so they're like a sort of rubber, so pretty flexible. They're like sort of like a flip-flop, but much more durable. These were $405. They used to be $385 prior to the price increase. So they were $385 last year, and then in January Australia had their price increase, and these are now $405. But they are reasonably priced for Hermes. My next item is quite obvious that it's a Twilly, because again, iconic round little box from Hermes, and inside is this Twilly. It's a black and white, so Blanc and Noir, and I probably pronounced that wrong too. I will put the style name and style number below. And that one is $285. Prior to the price increase, it was $280, so it's only gone up by $5, which is quite nice compared to some other items. Moving along to my next small little item that I bought. Now this one, I actually hadn't planned on buying this. The Twilly and the sandals were set aside for me by my old sales associate. This one I ended up getting when I seen it when my sales associate was boxing up all the items, preparing it for me, and I noticed this with all the bracelets, so it is a bracelet. So I was thinking, oh my god, is that Rose Sakura? So when my sales associate came over and I asked, and she goes, yeah, that's Rose Sakura. Now come back in SLGs, so it's come in like the card holders. I don't know if it's come in the Calvi, I've only seen it in the Diablo, but it's come back in bracelets. So there are Kelly Double Tour bracelet, I think there was another one, it might have been the Be Happy bracelet or something. So yeah, this is actually the Rivale bracelet. I've just taken off the little thing that was on the front there. Okay, there we go. So this is the Rivale bracelet. Again, sorry if I'm butchering it, I'm not French, okay? Don't come at me, please. This was $790, and it's in Swift leather in Rose Sakura. I don't know what the price was of this prior to the price increase. From memory, because I think I may have looked at this before, I think it was $725 or $755. I feel like it was something like that. It might have been $755 actually, because I remember looking at this before in Gris Asphalt and I never ended up going for it. So when I seen it in Rose Sakura, I'm like, yes, okay, I'm going to get this, because who knows when that color will be back again. Now, finally on to the bigger item of what's inside. Don't think I'm going to reveal in the title what I'm unboxing. I think I'm just going to leave it as a surprise for you all to see as I unbox it now. And inside, well, I shouldn't have even said that because we still have a long way to go with the folding of the paper. This is actually the first time I have seen it. Well, first time I've seen it since I got home. Obviously second time I've seen it because they did show me in store. But yeah, when I got home I couldn't really unbox it again because obviously my daughter, I need to put her to bed and everything, so it's now really late at night and I'm filming this once I've come home. The makeup I'm actually wearing is still from today. I haven't touched it up. So, but my eyes are really kind of dry from the contact lens, wearing them all day because I usually don't wear them all day. Or barely wear them at all actually. I wear glasses. Okay, so I'm going to take this bag out because it's a bit heavy inside that box. And you can probably sort of already see what it probably is. And I think it's obvious by the silhouette, isn't it? Like, we're all familiar. And you can see two handles, so you know where I'm going with this. I'm very excited because it's exactly the kind of specs I wanted. So my previous essay, which I'm going to miss very, very, very dearly, she got me this. She was able to release this bag for me, and it is the Birkin 30 in Etoupe with gold hardware. So from what I've been told, Etoupe in the coveted sizes is very hard to come by. From what I've been told, it's very hard to come by, especially with gold hardware. They usually reserve these, and this is specifically in Sydney, Australia boutique. From what I have heard, this is not confirmed, they usually reserve Etoupe in the coveted size for VIP clients or clients that have been shopping with the brand for a very, very, very long time, like like 5 years or more sort of thing, and have a long-term history with the brand. So I am very, very, very grateful that she got me this bag. I'm super, super happy. Technically, it's a Waitlist bag. So I was on the wait list for a Birkin 30 in the beginning from September 2017, and then in August I changed it to a Birkin 25. So I'm just going to spin it around so you can look at it as I'm talking. And then, yeah, I decided to change it to a Birkin 25, and I was reassured by my sales associate that doesn't change my positioning on the list. It's just changing it to a Birkin 25. So yeah, I was able to do that. The reason I had changed to a Birkin 25 is because, I mean, that's a really highly coveted size as well. And I thought, oh, Birkin 30, like, do I want to have it again in my collection? I had it before, but then even when I changed it, I kind of thought, should I have changed it? Like, maybe I shouldn't have, because I had it before and I actually really liked it. And the only reason I sold it was because my daughter was really young and she wasn't walking yet, so it was hard for me to take that bag around. So I wasn't using it as often, because obviously when your daughter's not, like, she having to push a pram around, it's hard to carry a Birkin. But now that she's walking, like, and when I had decided in August, I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I'd left it anyway at the Birkin 25. So then when she was about to leave, I asked her again. I'm like, please, can you try and do something for me? Like, I've had revolving door sales associates for the period of time that I've been shopping at Hermes since the beginning of 2017. Like, I had a fabulous essay in the beginning, and I'm pretty much just going to go on with my story now while I'm kind of got this bag here, because I mean, I will kind of open it up and sort of thing, but I'm just going to ramble a bit. So 2017, I started shopping with the brand at the beginning of the year, and I met an amazing sales associate, and she was fantastic. We got along really, really well, and after spending about $6,000 with her, and I mean, I'm not counting because I mean, I have to look back at what I spent. I feel like I'm the kind of person that analyzes what I spend, so I know how much I spent even prior to getting this bag and how much I spent after my last bag, sort of thing. Don't really want to get into that, into the exact amounts, but yeah, I'd spent $6,000 with her, but we had a really good relationship, and I had requested that I wanted a rose azalea picotin, and she came back in June after having dealt with her for about 4 months, and offered me a Birkin 25 rose azalea, which I no longer have. And the only reason I no longer have that was because of the color. Like, I learnt months and months down the track as my style changed and evolved, being a mother, because I was a new mother at the time that she offered me that. I realized that a pink bag it was too much for me. Like, I couldn't always match it with my outfit, so I wasn't getting the kind of use out of it that I wanted. So I decided it would be easier for me to sell that bag and invest in a neutral bag, which I ended up investing in the Green Mouette Constance up there, if you can sort of see that. So yes, that was my first essay, and then she left in September, and she put me on the wait list for a Birkin 30 in Grey Asphalt, or a neutral colour. So I was pretty sad when she left. And then my next sales associate, I was passed on to her from my sales associate. She said, can you please take care of her, please, because obviously I'm leaving and she needs a new sales associate. So I went with her, and I was dealing with her since like October, because my sales associate left in September 2017. I was dealing with her in since October, and then I just stayed with her until June 2018. But she didn't leave the company, but the reason I had to move on was because she got promoted to like a training role. So she was training across nationwide, like all of Australia, for being a sales associate for Hermes. So she got a training role, and she was really, really, really busy, and she'd already been with the company for like more than 5 years, so she had a big client base already. So imagine me being a new client to her, and me being so far away from the boutique. It takes me like over an hour. If I drive directly from my home to there, it takes me just over an hour to get there, but usually I have to stop along the way to drop my kid off. But anyways, yeah, I need that remote contact. I need to be able to electronically contact someone and have them call me back and leave me messages or reply to emails or something. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that from her because she was really, really busy. So I don't blame her at all. And even when I changed from her, I I had explained it anyway, and she completely understood, because we got along anyway, and even now to this day, whenever I go there, I have a chat with her. I get along with her heaps well. But yeah, I had to change from her. So I had spent like a few thousand sort of thing with her. And I'd spent a lot with my first sales associate, quite a lot, like almost 1-to-1 the cost of a bag with my first sales associate. And then I spent a bit with my next one. And then I changed over to the assistant supervisor, because I knew her name, and I said, look, this is my situation, I have to change sales associates because I need this sort of contact, based like how far I am and being a mum. And she said, yeah, absolutely, I can help you. I'm, you know, the store supervisor, you know, which is second in charge to the sales manager, the store manager. And she's like, that's fine, I'm used to clerical work, I can keep in contact with you sort of thing by email and call and that sort of thing, that's fine. And she was fantastic. She was really good, like dealing with someone like that who could reply to emails or call back quite promptly and source products, and that's like source what I wanted. And she was so good, honestly. She was so good. So I was with her from July 2018 up until essentially like December. End of December was the last time that I sort of went to store with her, but I had been in contact with her after that. And yes, I had spent a little bit with her as well, like about maybe 4,000 or something like that. But most of my spend was with my first sales associate, and that's why I feel like I had the check this out. That's why I feel like I had the worst, like not worst, I mean, I can't say worse luck because I got a bag now. Look, like hello, like, but I feel like I had a hard time because I was so loyal to the brand. I am so loyal to the brand. I still am. I was really loyal to the brand. I was shopping a lot, like frequently, more than I probably should have. I should have not shopped so frequently, but I was just so passionate, and it was Hermes shopping, and the experience of getting my first bag was really exciting. So I kind of shopped too quickly for items that I liked and loved. I'm going to try and set this bag somewhere so you can kind of see it. I mean, I'm going to show you the other things actually. I'm terrible with this stuff, aren't I? Terrible. Because I feel like people have already shown like these bags before, so but I'm going to do, obviously I'll do like an in-depth review of the Birkin 30 and share my thoughts about it, like after I've used the bag for a bit. Even though I've owned one before, I just want to get the feel again for the bag, and I'll do an in-depth review like I did with my Kelly bags. So just, if you're looking for in-depth detail, just wait for that video because I'll get to it then. So that's also the clochette as well, and the lock in the gold hardware, which has the keys inside the clochette. And inside the bag, it's also fully lined with Etoupe, and I think the inside leather is Chev. They use Chev for their lining. And the outside of this, like this, I don't know if I said it, but this is Togo. I don't think I'm going to share the price of this bag. I mean, I want to, but I feel like it can be quite personal. You don't really want that blasted on social media, like a really high price tag. So yeah, I'm not going to share the price of the bag. Let's just say that there was actually a price increase of about, they told me it was 7%, but the way I look at it, based on the price I used to know, it works out to be closer to around about like 9%. And I know with the other bags, when I did the comparison, and I actually posted it on my Instagram in the highlights of my stories, when I looked at the other bags, it was actually an 11% to a 12.3% increase on all their other bags, like the Lindy, the Bolide, the Evelyne, and all that. So this bag wasn't as much as the 11%, but it still came close the way I kind of did my research for the last price of a Birkin in I didn't exactly get a Togo, like an exact spec kind of thing. I only got a price on like a special order, and I don't know if they do change, like if they do fetch a slightly higher premium. But yeah, it did go up in price by almost like around about the 9% mark, unfortunately, in Australia. I don't know if that's going to be the same when the other countries have their price increases. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to share the price of this bag because I feel like it's too personal to sort of share that. However, if you do want to know the price of the bag and you follow me on Instagram, then please send me a direct message and I'll be happy to talk to you there. And if you have any questions, you're actually welcome to direct message me on Instagram. I'm on it quite frequently, so I'll get your messages quite quickly. But when it comes to asking the price, I'm not going to put it in YouTube. Sorry. So I've had a bit of bad luck, and I think with the fact of having a bit of a revolving door sales associate situation happening is why it took so long from my last bag being in June 2017 to now my next bag being in January 2019 after price increase. Back to the point of what I said, this is technically my waitlist bag. So my sales associate, in order for her to actually issue me a bag and convince the store manager to issue me a bag, even though I had actually been shopping with the brand for quite a while and spent quite a bit after my last bag, but it's not all about spend. People think it's all about spend, but I know for a fact that it's up to the store manager's discretion as to how bags are issued. In Sydney, Australia, there is a wait list, and not all countries have wait lists, but quite, you know, I know in the USA some of the stores have wait lists, but it's not everywhere. Okay, so you have to sort of ask. Waitlists will only open for a certain period of time. So in Sydney, Australia, they have Birkin waitlist, a Kelly waitlist, and now they've only just introduced a Constance waitlist. And these waitlists are open for maybe only a week. It depends how many requests they get in to waitlist for the bag. People that are on a genuine waitlist do get their bags. I have heard of stories out of people that have only bought a Calvi and been offered a bag. Now, the thing is, when you do get on the wait list as a customer that's not really, doesn't have any pre-spending or only bought something so little, you typically can't expect you're going to get offered like the popular bag colors, like the popular neutrals and the popular sizes. So the stories I have heard of people that have just bought a Calvi have been offered, say, a Birkin 30 in rose pourpre. Or, but I have heard of stories of people that have spent, maybe say they've spent like $2,000. They've gotten on the, they got on the wait list, you know, at the right timing sort of thing, that it was open, and then they've waited 2 years and they've been able to get a Kelly 28 in black with gold hardware, which is the sought after one. But they've waited 2 years for the bag. So that's the thing, the wait list does work, but it depends on what specs you've requested as to perhaps how quickly you'll get the bag. Chances are, if you're not spending in store and you've only spent very little amount, or you're not going into the store, then chances are you won't be waiting, the chances are that you will be waiting at least 1.5 to 3 years on the wait list. So, but it does work, so it is a good thing. And in my situation, I had been on the wait list since 2017. I consider myself, like I said, like a regular client that's still new to the brand and buying the things that they love, but having to compete with a lot of other people that are buying the things they love. There's a big market and not enough supply. So I am in that bracket where I might get the one quota bag per year. There is a reason why I kind of wanted to talk about this. And like I said, this is specific to where I am in Sydney, Australia. I'm not saying these sort of things to help you score a bag. It's not like that, because this is not the tips I'm sort of offering, and that's not the way I kind of treat this brand. I don't treat it as this is how you score a bag, because I feel like when you think of it that way, then you're just thinking of you only want these bags and that's the only reason you're shopping at boutique Hermes. That's the only reason you're shopping with them, is because you want the dream bags. I feel like when you think of it that way, that's not the right way of thinking it. For me, Hermes shopping is a journey, and I have done it wrong in some regards, because even though I bought things I wanted, I bought them too fast, because I was so excited after my first bag and I really enjoyed shopping with my first sales associate that I just kept sort of throwing money at them. Even though I was buying things I was liking, it was too fast. You need to slow it down. This is a long journey when it comes to shopping with Hermes and the experience with Hermes. It's a long journey, so you need to pace yourself. Don't just throw money at them and expect you're going to get a bag. That does work in tourist countries like Hawaii, you go to FSH, and yes, that totally works. But when it comes to local boutique shopping, most of the time it's a long journey. Pace yourself, buy the items that you like and that you love. Don't just buy things even though you like them, but you're rushing to add them in because you think that once you get to almost the cost of a bag, that they're just going to offer you a bag, or, you know, offer you spend like, you know, 2/3 of the price of the bag, they'll offer you a bag. No, it doesn't work that way. Usually they like to wait 6 months in between issuing bags, but I mean, it depends on what kind of level you sort of sit in when it comes to your journey with Hermes and that sort of thing. But yes, for someone who is newer to the brand, this is mostly my advice to you, because I don't want, I feel like the issue is that people don't share their true stories. They don't share what it's really like when you're shopping with Hermes. There's a lot of misconception, especially when it comes to social media, because people see all these unboxings and all these bags that they've gotten and been offered, and you're thinking, oh, how come I can't be like that? You know, I'm shopping at my boutique regularly. You know, I've spent like, you know, the cost of a bag and I'm still waiting on my bag, or I've only been offered one bag in the whole time I've been shopping with them for 2 years and I've spent more, you know, like these sorts of things. And you question yourself, and this is sort of what I was doing, because I was like, I love the brand, I've spent like quite a lot with them, and I'm still waiting on my bag. You know, what's going on? Do they not like me? You know, and you start to question these things because of the misconceptions that you see with social media. And now that I have a better understanding, I started to learn this around about the beginning of last year. I started to realize, hang on, I was silly because I thought that I've gotten offered one bag. If I just spend the same amount on a bag again, they'll offer me another bag. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Like, no, it's all about just buying what you like and spreading it out reasonably, because it is also a journey of time, because there's so much demand. And there's so many people that want these bags. I have to try and do it in the fairest of ways, but in the fairest of ways based on these sort of different levels that they have. And I'm using the word levels quite loosely. I'm kind of just saying, like, these are the types of clusters of people that they have that are shopping with the brand. I just wanted to clarify, my experience doesn't really cover much of your first bag. Your first bag is usually pretty easy, because Hermes sees it as like a special thing, a special occasion when you're giving someone their very first dream bag. So it is a bit of a different thing. I'm talking more for the longer journey, like if you wanted to continue shopping with the brand after your first bag. And this is my experience, and it does differ per country. Going forward this year, after this bag, I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to buy, as usual, things I love, but I'm going to slow it down, because there are so many other people that want these bags, and I can't compete with the VIP people. I haven't got buttloads of money to throw. So I'm just a regular person that loves the brand, so I have to remember that and pace myself. But I hope that all this information that I have shared has actually been helpful. I hope that I have helped someone when it comes to perhaps jumping on the journey of Hermes shopping and loving the brand. So I hope I have actually helped anyone who's in that category. And I don't have anything else to say, thank goodness, because that was very long. And I will see you in my next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.